LandingCube is a software tool that Amazon sellers use to drive external traffic from off Amazon to Amazon, and in the process give out a discount code on the landing page in exchange for an email. So the discount code is used to incentivize purchases, and then in the process you can gain that email to build a list to do with whatever you want. Whether that is doing more promotions to your Amazon store, keeping customers engaged with a newsletter, or even driving traffic to your own e-commerce store off of Amazon. Because since you get the email before a customer reaches Amazon, it's not breaking Amazon's terms of services to use it for marketing purposes.
Yeah. So that if they do a coupon, does that coupon code then pop up on LandingCube, or does that coupon code show up in Amazon? Does it show up in their email? How does that process work? Yeah,
that's a good question. So there's two ways to go about it, and either way the code will show up on the landing page itself. But you can enable the option for them to verify their email. In that case, when they enter their email, a pop-up will show up to take them to their email. So then you go to your email, and in the email you say claim coupon. Then it'll take you back to the landing page, and the coupon will be displayed there. And then you click copy to clipboard, and then take you to Amazon. Or if you don't want to verify the email, you put in the email, and then it'll just show up on the page. Go to Amazon.
Okay. So this is clearly a great way for sellers to actually build their email list, right?
Right.
So let's say I'm doing social ads or Google ads or whatever, and I'm driving a ton of traffic to a LandingCube page, getting all these emails. Now I have the emails. Do you usually suggest when you use those emails, if you're sending out a newsletter or anything like that, to then bypass LandingCube and just go straight to the listing? Or do you think send them straight back to LandingCube and let them get another discount code? Or what do you usually have as best practices for that?
Well, it all depends. I think the best practice would be to probably set up some sort of confirmation email to say, hey, did you go to Amazon and purchase the product? Because you can't right now, you can't track final sales on Amazon. So I think that would be the next thing to do, and then ask for a review.
Smart. It's not a bad idea. You could always set up a custom, you could set up a custom review request email as well that actually has your own website or your own social or anything like that on it. So if they got the coupon code, you could just send them. You wouldn't be able to really, if you have more than one product, really, you wouldn't be able to send them the product review link, but you could send them the seller review link.
Right. The feedback, seller feedback. Yeah. But as you said, if you do have multiple products, and this is especially a good strategy if, in the next month or two you plan on launching another product, then once you build up those emails with the first promotion, that's the lowest hanging fruit to send another promotion to those people. And with that second promotion, you'd want to disable the email opt-in, so then they can just go to the landing page, click get coupon, and they don't have to put in their email. They just click get the coupon and then go to Amazon.
So we went over this on our webinar. So for anyone who watches this now or in the future or whenever, feel free to go check out the webinar. It's up on our YouTube. It's even on the site now, I think, at this point. And I know you answered this question, but I'm going to ask you again just so we have it on this video as well. What do you suggest for the discount to offer? Because the graph you had was crazy. So unfortunately, I can't show the graph here, so I have to go check out the webinar. But I could. What was what is? I know there was a weird big area of what you suggested, and then there was just a massive drop off of skeptical people.
Right. Yeah. Basically, the peak is right around the peak for conversion rate is right around 70-75%, and then higher discounts actually we see lower conversions. And like you said, we think it's because people go from thinking, wow, this is a great deal, 75% off, to why are they trying to get rid of this at 95% off?
Yeah. I remember
Yeah.
I remember seeing your graph and thinking it was higher than I expected it to be. I
Yeah.
thought like I would say like after 60% is when I assumed like skeptical people started to come in and just be like, why are you like, there's no way you're making money on this.
Right.
But if it works, it works, unless you're doing like a big like product launch and kind of thing. So do you suggest, what was the percentage that you can't do?
Yeah. Verified reviews.
Yeah. Is
Yeah.
it
So
60?
50%,
Oh, it's
50%
50.
or over. Anything 50% or over, you're not going to be able to get verified reviews. Now, this is the general consensus. Some people have said that they've given much smaller discounts. Some people have even said, like in forums, people have said, we only gave free shipping and they didn't let us get a verified review. So, I mean, Amazon could be a little finicky about this. I know in the past couple months they've been like wiping out a lot of reviews.
Yeah. I wonder if it's based on category, because I
Yeah,
know category takes a really big, like, dependent on what you can and can't do. Certain
right.
listings have certain features depending on the category. I know there's obviously different commission pricing tiers for Amazon depending on the category. So I wonder if that's the case.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. I mean, with Amazon Associates, some categories you can't get commissions, and
Yeah.
some are higher than others, that sort of stuff. But I mean, in any case, we're also pretty sure that Amazon, one of the main benefit of doing these promotions is to get the boost in sales and sales velocity to increase your rankings. But we do know that, or we're pretty sure, Amazon gives more ranking juice to full price sales, and if you're doing 90% discounts, they're gonna weigh those sales not as full sales.
Yeah. How many sellers do you have using your platform right now?
We have around 300 active sellers.
Nice.
Yeah.
And you have, I think I remember asking this on the webinar, you have a new feature coming out, right?
Yes, we are coming out with an integration with ManyChat, so Facebook
Oh, yeah, that
Messenger.
was it.
Yep. So, yeah, so, if rather than building email lists, and you could build a Messenger subscriber list, and we think that'll increase conversions, just because the way it is right now, it's a little choppy. You got to go to your email and then back to the landing page and then to Amazon. With the Messenger integration, it'll just send the code right to Messenger.
Nice. There's a nice way to build your social following as well as your email list now.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a good move.
And if you want to collect the email address too, you can do that too.
Nice. So, success stories, you got any?
Yeah. So, one of our users was selling these pants, and basically they had a history of sales on Shopify, and they were coming out with a new product on Amazon, so they used the email list from Shopify to create a lookalike audience in Facebook and then drive traffic. I think they were doing a 45% discount to the landing page, and then to sell the product on Amazon. And with the lookalike audience, they were getting conversions at $1.50, something like that. And they saw a good ranking increase.
Nice. Now they had an existing email list though that they were able to utilize to create the lookalike. So do you think that social ads seem to convert better through when using LandingCube as opposed to doing like the direct email or Google ads or anything like that?
No, I mean, if you have an email list, you're going to see the highest conversions than on Facebook ads, at least from what we've seen. Just because those people have already shown interest in your products and your brand.
Okay. So let's go a little wider here. Do you see Amazon doing What do you see happening with Amazon in the next like 6 months to a year?
What do I see happening with Amazon? Well,
What's your guess?
I mean, I think they're going to keep on coming out with these features like the video to increase your brand presence on Amazon. But they're still gonna, they're gonna be coming out with more products themselves, and they're still gonna want to keep you from getting off Amazon, obviously.
Yeah, we're really starting to understand. Like, I think there's gonna be like a big wipeout of a lot of sellers soon, and it's gonna be very much like the strong will survive kind of thing.
Right.
Just because there's so many people on Amazon, and because Amazon is becoming such a powerhouse, it's becoming more and more and more difficult for these smaller sellers with, I'm going to throw a product up and see how it goes kind of thing. So all these little guys who are just fighting for, keyword space, instead of building their brand, which is why I think Amazon's coming out with these videos and the storefront and extra enhanced brand content stuff. Like, I think that if you don't have a brand, Amazon is slowly trying to weed out all of the flea market style sellers that seem to be in there.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. And I think a good indication of this is investors that are buying FBA brands. They don't want the small brands. They want the 5 to 10, at least $1 million in revenue a year brands. So I think that's a good indication of where they think things are going too.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of like what we've started to focus on really is trying to help sellers, even people who are just on Amazon, start to get off Amazon and build a brand. Because these guys who spend a lot of their time like tweaking titles and bullet points and small stuff to make $5 extra a month, it's just an uphill battle that they're never going to win. But if they focus their time and their efforts off Amazon and actually start to build a brand, you're no longer fighting for keywords because people are just coming and searching for your brand name. A lot of these sellers are like, how do I get to page one like so-and-so's at? Or how do I get to page one like so-and-so's at? And they're like, and I look at like the amount of, people who are searching this keyword and they're only getting here and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, but search their name and see how many search volume they have. And then now that's why. So we've realized like having a brand is just, having a brand off Amazon helps you on Amazon.
Oh, for sure.
Plus, Amazon's not perfect. So all of a sudden, some guy hits the wrong button and then you get suspended. And now you have zero money coming in and you had nowhere else because you didn't diversify onto your own site or have an email list as a backup that you could utilize. So, it's definitely, I think Amazon is becoming much, much more brand centric. And it's gonna be a shakeout. I think we're gonna see a lot less sellers on Amazon in the next year or two.
No, yeah, I totally agree. And I think a lot of people are worried that if you build an off Amazon channel, it'll cannibalize your Amazon sales. But as far as I've everything I've seen, that just doesn't happen. Because a lot of consumers they only buy on Amazon, or they'll only buy on a branded site that looks legit.
Yeah, I'm guilty of it too. Sometimes I'll come across, it's kind of like the Walmart effect, right? Like Walmart took over all the mom and pop shops because people could be like, instead of going to 15 stores across town, I'm going to go to one. Exactly. So in Amazon, I'm guilty of it too. There's been times where it's I need to get this. I'm like, yeah, but you know what? I also need this. And obviously, that one site doesn't have both. So I'll just go to Amazon and order them both there. So it's just a convenience factor of having everything in one site, let alone the fact that there's the shipping benefits and all the other fun stuff. So that's kind of why I don't believe that either. I've never seen a seller's Amazon sales get affected because they opened up their own website.
Right.
Look, I don't want to take up any more of your time. I'd like you to go enjoy your Labor Day. Go enjoy the game. I appreciate it. Would you mind doing some closing words here? Let everybody know where they can find you.
Yes. So if you go to landingcube.com, that's landing like, and then cube as in like cube. Or you could, we just made an Instagram account recently, so if you go follow us at LandingCube or go to landingcube.com, yeah, that's where you can find us.
Perfect.
Facebook, LandingCube, all over.
Thomas, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Enjoy your weekend, enjoy your Labor Day, and I'm sure I will talk to you again soon. All right,
Thank you, and we'll see how the Browns and Steelers do next weekend.
I'll message you. I think it'll be okay.
Yeah, we'll see.
Have a good one.
All right, man. See ya.
Bye.